Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to my channel if you are new. My name is Kristen. Welcome. Today's video is my monthly eyeshadow palette review for the month of December. So if you guys want to see all the palettes I used for the month of December and hear my thoughts on them, then keep watching. If you're new to my channel and have no idea what this whole monthly eyeshadow palette review thing is, I'm going to tell you really quick. I have a lot of eyeshadow palettes, so I made a whole entire Excel spreadsheet listing every single palette that I have in my collection, and I literally go on a random number generator and pick out a palette every month. Or if I buy a palette or get one in my Ipsy, I will use that for the month. I'm trying to kind of declutter. Somehow December was a 5 palette month, and I think it's because I started early. I started the last week of November. I ended November's early, which is totally fine because I feel like December was a really good month. Starting off strong, we have the Tartelette palette. I love this palette. As you could see, it is well loved. I hit pan on Force of Nature because it is just the absolute most perfect shade ever. This palette is all matte, which I actually love because I get to use my Colourpop Super Shock shadows or my Urban Decay Moon Dust, and I can make really fun looks with this. I also love to go row by row and create looks, so that right there for me was 3 days worth of looks. I'll do this whole row, this whole row, and this whole row. And when I did a look using this whole middle row, which is some really pretty pinks and purples, I got so many compliments from people. So this is just a great palette. If you do not own this in your collection already, go get it. I feel like you guys are going to think I totally rigged this, but next was the Tartelette Toasted palette. This palette I also love. It smells so good. I forgot how good it smells. It smells like a Too Faced palette with that chocolate, but this is better. I love this palette. If you love warmed tones, this is for you. Again, I love to go row by row to create looks. I don't really think I did that when I used this just because it gets a little too dramatic. I love this palette. It is amazing. The third palette I used is the Toffee Fusion palette from You Can Be. So I got this on Amazon because I wanted my order to be delivered the same day, and you have to spend $25 to do that. And this was like $11 or $12. This palette's amazing. You Can Be makes really good eyeshadow palettes, and they're really affordable. This is 48 shades. They're so pretty. You have a ton of neutral shades, which is why I liked it. I also love the olive green tones in here. You have a great mix of mattes and shimmers. This palette is just so good, and if you are a beginner at makeup, I would recommend checking out You Can Be over on Amazon. The fourth palette I used was the Essentials 2 palette from Voss. I got this in my Ipsy Glitz & Glam mystery bag. If you guys didn't see that video, I'll link it down below. I really like this palette. So if you've been with my channel for a while, you would know I love purple eyeshadows because I just love how it looks on brown eyes. But surprisingly, I used the blues in this and not the purples because I went to a baby shower for a baby boy, and so I use that as pop of color. They're really pretty blues. Voss makes amazing eyeshadows, and I feel like no one talks about them anymore. But I loved this palette. It is just, it's so good and so pretty. And the last palette I used is the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer palette from Colourpop. I obviously had to use this the week of Christmas, so this was the last palette I used for the month of December, and I loved this. I know people probably think it's boring because it's mostly neutral with a pop of green and a pop of red, but I don't hate it. I loved it. It is just, it's so cute. This is just going to be my designated eyeshadow palette for Christmas now. It's just, that's what it's going to be. I'm not going to be using this in the middle of the summer. No, strictly Christmas. Overall, I think the month of December was a really good eyeshadow palette month. 3 eyeshadow palettes I would consider to be a perfect eyeshadow palette because you can create a bronzy smoky eye, and that is the Toffee Fusion palette from You Can Be, the Voss Essentials 2 palette, and the Colourpop Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer palette. Let me know what you think of the December eyeshadow palettes. I would love to hear your thoughts. Like I said, I think December was a really great month, but I would love to hear what you guys have to say. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that red button down below to subscribe for more videos. Make sure you're following me on all my social media. That's always linked down below in the description box. And that is all I have to say, so I will see you guys next time. Bye!